Pad 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pad 25, pass behind the CRJ. Lucy for 347, go around, climb, maintain 3000, flight path.
A deadly air disaster has taken place in the United States, right in the middle of the capital, Washington, D.C. Two aircraft collided last night, just about 5 kilometers south of the White House. One was a passenger plane. The second was a U.S. military Sikorsky H-60 helicopter, better known as a Black Hawk. The crash took place just beside the Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Take a look at this.
Yeah, we can do 3-3 for Blue 6342.
Proceed for 342, that's a Wilson Bridge, thanks. Change the turn for runway 33, runway 33, clear for land.
Tower, did you see that?
Export 72, American 3130, go around, turn left in 250, climb maintain 3000. Blackjack 3, can you...
There were 64 people on board the passenger jet. It was a PSA Airlines flight from Wichita, Kansas to Washington, D.C. The journey was almost over. The plane was just about to land. That's when disaster struck. Now let's look at how this unfolded step by step. You can see that the signal was lost meters away from the airport. The plane was approaching the Reagan Airport. It was cleared for landing.
Yeah, we can do 3-3 for Blue 6342.
Proceed for 342, that's a Wilson Bridge, thanks. Change the turn for runway 33, runway 33, clear for land.
That was the air traffic control tower at the airport, giving the flight permission to land. It was making its way to runway 33. This runway at an angle with the Potomac River. But just before the plane landed, ATC sent out an alert. ATC, of course, is the air traffic control. This was their warning.
Pad 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pad 25, pass behind the CRJ.
That message was for a U.S. military Black Hawk helicopter. PAT 25 was the chopper's call sign. The Black Hawk was conducting a nighttime drill. It was seen flying towards the PSA jet. So ATC asked the Black Hawk to pass behind it. This is what showed on the radar of the air traffic controller.
Range order, so you can see the teaching Veterans Affairs United, sir.
Coming in, passes operator.
Dispatch.
You can clearly see the airport runways in the triangle pattern. The passenger plane had the call sign CRJ7. It was turning into the designated runway, which is runway 33, but for some reason the helicopter turned in the same direction. It ended up in front of the passenger plane, leading to a mid-air collision. There was an explosion. Then both aircraft fell into the Potomac River. Emergency services were alerted immediately.
2048, we received an alert from the FAA tower of an aircraft incident involving a commercial aircraft and a helicopter. Our units immediately responded and deployed 3 boats and immediately called for mutual aid resources.
Search and rescue teams were mobilized immediately. Helicopters were providing searchlights from above. Divers were deployed on boats, but they faced an uphill task because the water was near freezing. Remember, this is Washington, D.C., the same place where Donald Trump was inaugurated just 10 days ago. He had to be inaugurated indoors because of the cold. The Potomac River is no exception. It has been oscillating between ice cold and frozen solid for days. And that drastically brings down the possibility of survivors. There were 64 people on board the PSA flight, 60 passengers and 4 crew members. The Black Hawk, the military helicopter, had 3 military personnel on board, so 67 people in total. 2 of them were Russian figure skaters, Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov. They were a married couple. They won the 1994 World Figure Skating Championship. They were on board the PSA Airlines flight along with other Russian citizens. The Kremlin has confirmed their deaths.
Unfortunately, we see that this sad information is being confirmed. There were also other our fellow citizens. Bad news from Washington today. We are sorry, and we express our condolences to the families and relatives of Russian citizens who lost their lives in this mid-air tragedy. For now, there are no plans for high-level contacts.
About 30 bodies have been recovered so far. The operation is still ongoing, but officials say that no survivors are expected. Emergency services are also looking for the black boxes from the aircraft so that they can determine what exactly happened. US President Donald Trump is demanding answers. He put out this post last night questioning the conduct of the helicopter. He believes the collision should have been prevented. But we'll have to wait a while for the official inquiry to finish. We will be tracking this story for you as it unfolds. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we've put together for you. And now to doubted as the minimum ways defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send this special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this biggest Hindu mandir in. We're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sheryl Tagwe. Welcome to
60